It's time for us to settle down and the drivers below to get fired up. Once again, welcome to Singapore as we get ready for the green light and the start of what should be a fantastic qualifying session. It always looked like the kind of track that asks an awful lot of the rear tyres, such as the frequency of low-speed exits.
No matter how good a driver is at managing their throttle application to limit rear slip, they can't always overcome a car that's inherently bad at looking after its rear tyres. Here we have a lot of low-speed corner exits, which means a whole load of energy, heat and tyre wear.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Impact7. Today I'm going to play an F1.
It's pretty quiet out on track. We should consider getting out there.
Before I was rudely interrupted. This is my Make Max Verstappen Drivers World Champion Series, episode 15. We're at the Singapore Grand Prix. I'd like to thank everyone who's watching right now. Really do appreciate it. Please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment, and subscribe. Really would appreciate it. Now then, as usual, the card setup that I'll be using for this live stream will be in the description box down below. If any of you want to use it, feel free. Now, this is going to be a tricky race. As you see, it looks like it's dry during qualifying. However, if I go over to the race now, it looks like it's going to go from intermediate to heavy rain.
We'll make the changes you requested.
During the last stages of the race, so that's going to be very difficult. I'm going to really push during the first part of the race and then see how things go later on. I am planning to go onto the mediums for qualifying 2 and start on those tyres, so I can go from the start of the race to when it starts raining on the medium tyres and then pit for the inters and maybe even the heavy rain conditions for the wet. Alright, enough of that. Let's get out to the track and get in a qualifying lap. We're on a flying lap now, qualifying 1. Sebastian Vettel's currently set the fastest lap time in qualifying 1 so far. First time actually slower than Sebastian, even though he's on the mediums. That's not good. Not too sure why he's on the mediums, to be honest. Doesn't really make much sense. This sector should be quicker than Vettel. Clip the curve nicely on the inside of that hairpin. Yes, I am. 2.5 temps. Just the last couple corners have to go now. Around the last corner. Gonna power early. And the time is 1 minute 38.4. Leclerc was on the mediums as well. Okay, you shouldn't need to go out again. That should be more than enough to get through to the next part qualifying. So let's see what the results of qualifying 1 is. Qualifying 1 now. It's very close between me, Bottas and Sebastian Vettel. Less than a tenth separating us 3, although they were both on the medium tyres while I was on the soft. So kind of discouraging to see how close they are to me on the mediums. So it's a bit discouraging, although that is a bit encouraging to me to the fact that I'm going to be starting on the mediums, or rather I plan to. So to see that it's not much of a difference between the soft and mediums. Looking good. Okay, so the first 5 cars eliminated in qualifying 1 are Lando Norris, Romain Grosjean, Antonio Giovinazzi, Robert Kubica and George Russell. Here we go for qualifying 2. Qualifying 2 now. About to start my flying lap here on the mediums. Here we go. I've also advanced time a bit, so as you can see on the top left, everyone's done their lap times except for me. What I'm looking for right now is just a smooth qualifying lap right now. Not interested in doing the fastest or even the best, just a smooth one. Two temps down. Vettel's first sector time, not too bothered about that. Just under 5 minutes left to go in the session. Ran a bit wide there. Lost me a bit of time. Kind of lost the back end going through that section, going to the hairpin. 3 tenths down. Has been a couple of mistakes going through this lap so far. Around the final couple corners now. All out of VRS. Time is...
Okay, you're in the top 10.
1 minute 38.2. For this, we don't know the rule. The tyres you do your fastest lap in qualifying 2 are the tyres you start the race with if you get into qualifying 3. So these would be the tyres I'll be starting the race with. So I don't want to be doing multiple laps on these. I'm quicker than my teammate, which is surprising. Okay, I like the look of that. May improve, but kind of happy with that so far. I hope I don't need to go out again. So let's get back to the garage and let's see what happens. Okay, we're back in the garage right now, currently 6th place. Half a second clear of 8th place, man. Well, more than half a second, so more like 8 tenths actually. Clear of 8th place, Daniel Ricciardo. So I don't think I need to go out again. I'm in a good position, I think. Let's have a quick look between the top.
We think we may see some rain. ETA is about 15 minutes.
Uh-oh, need to get out there quick then in qualifying 3. But let's compare my times to the best in each sector. So qualifying sector 1, sorry, I'm less than 10th down from the best, which is Sebastian Vettel in sector 1. Sector 2.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 38.2.
It's just over a tenth slower, so not too bad. Third sector is where I lose out the most. Almost 6 tenths I lose out in the final sector, which is Carlos Sainz, surprisingly enough, on that one. So the first and second sectors, the car's doing pretty well. It's the final sector where I start losing a bit of time. Okay, let's advance time now. I should be able to get through, which I have. Half a second quicker than Daniel Ricciardo in 8th place, so very happy with that. I'm the only car that's going to be on the mediums. I'm fine with that. Okay, so the next 5 cars eliminated in qualifying 2 are Kevin Magnussen, Sergio Perez, Daniel Kvyat, Lance Stroll and Alexander Albon. Let's move on to qualifying 3 now. Pole position shootout. As was mentioned near the end of qualifying 2, there's going to be rain during this session, so I got out nice and early to set a lap time. This is qualifying 3 now. Okay, everything's in where it should be. If I can get second row of the grid, I'll be happy. Here we go. Clip the curb on the inside there. Car took that very nicely. Didn't hit the curb on the outside there. So far, so good. Got some blow on the inside curb. DRS activated. So far, so good. .26.9 for the first sector for me. Smooth so far. Valtteri Bottas goes quicker so far. Three tenths quicker than him in the second sector. Oh, I think the rear tyres hit the wall there. So it's run to line. Got the fastest lap, 1 minute 37.7. I'll take that. Remember, I'll be starting on the mediums, not the softs. You have to put in a decent lap, a competitive lap before the rain comes. Not going to go out again. No real point. Let's see where I end up. There are 24 seconds left in the session. As you can see, I'm still on pole position now, very close to Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton. That's an attempt separating the top three. But what's helped me out, as you can see, it started to rain. So no improvements are going to happen. No one's out on track right now, which normally there would be. 10th in the speed trap, 186 miles per hour. I'm okay with that.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Verstappen, Vettel and Lewis Hamilton. With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how this goes. I'm hoping that with me starting on the mediums now, I'll be able to continue through the race until the rain comes. And I'm hoping that everyone who's starting on the softs has to pit early to put on mediums or another set of soft tyres, and then they have to pit again for the inters. That's my thinking right now, so I'm hoping for one less stop than them, which will put me in a nice position. But let's see what happens. Here we go to the race.
After a breathtaking qualifying yesterday, the cars are taking their final positions on the grid. It's time now for the Singapore Grand Prix. We're here at the Marina Bay Street Circuit today, located in the heart of Singapore. The circuit consists of 23 corners, 13 to the left and 10 to the right. It's a track that's incredibly technical, so don't expect to see the drivers taking too much at full throttle. I'm joined again today by none other than Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, obviously there's a lot of development work that goes on with these cars between the races. You've been both a test driver and a race driver. What differences are there in the way you approach those roles?
Interesting question, Crofty. They're two very different mindsets. I mean, when I tested for BAR, we had full in-season testing where per driver you'd cover up to 15,000 kilometres per season. And in that role, it was more about working for the team, trying to help them improve the car and drive as systematically as you could, so that that data could be analysed in the most consistent way. When you're lining up on the grid for a race, however, your frame of mind's all about what you can get out of the situation on that day, and the car's the tool to help you achieve what you want. You still want to focus on setup, of course, but it's more about the here and now, getting yourself as far up the field as possible, and less about development work for the future.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Bottas, Charles Leclerc and Gasly, Sainz, Ricciardo, Raikkonen and Nico Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Perez, Daniel Kvyat and Stroll, Albon, Norris, Romain Grosjean and Antonio Giovinazzi. Kubica and George Russell ends our grid lineup. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Welcome. Here we are on the grid for the Singapore Grand Prix. If you're enjoying the video so far, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment and subscribe. Really would appreciate it. So 31 laps. Got 32 laps of fuel on board. We're going to be 11 laps on the mediums, moving over to the hard tyres. That's the strategy right now. However, as you can see, session forecast is going to be light rain and heavy rain, so those could all change. Let's get into it. 2 laps, 3 laps, 4 laps, 5 laps. So we are racing! I'm immediately moving over to the left-hand side to try and block off Vettel a bit. Oh, missed the corner a bit. Went back on it as soon as I possibly could. Hamilton has got past Vettel. No, he hasn't. They're side by side. Luckily, I was still able to keep my first place. Now, I'm wondering how long the guys on the soft tyres can last for. I'm hoping it's not very long. Just like what happened in Belgium, what I need to do right now is pull away while Vettel and Hamilton are fighting each other.
That's a strong start. Well done.
Actually, look like they're not fighting each other anymore. Looks like Vettel's pulled away from Hamilton already. Very surprised about this. Wonder if Lewis has got a bit of damage. Coming up to the end of the first lap. Still in first place, 1 minute 44.3. Does seem like Lewis may have an issue. Oh, too much speed. .2 now the gap. This actually may work out better than I expected. If Lewis does have an issue, means I'm able to close the gap on him, particularly if I win this race. Still a long way to go though. Vettel's catching me, I think. Not letting me get away here. But the degradation around this track on the tyres should be pretty high, so I don't think these soft tyres will last very long.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Just said the fastest lap of the race. That's the sort of thing I need.
The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap.
Okay, I think that's nice. Pushing quite hard right now. Oh, Bottas has got ahead of Hamilton.
We're expecting some rain soon. Expect the first drops in the next few minutes.
Roger that. More like right now. Didn't really want it to be so soon, to be honest. Really didn't want it to be so soon. Not going to get much benefit now from being on the mediums than the soft tyres, considering how soon the rain has hit. Only 3 laps into the race. It's kind of hoping like 10 laps into the race it would appear, not so soon.
Be careful on those slicks. These conditions are making the line a bit greasy, but we're still nowhere near the changeover point.
Roger that. This is a 50% race. I restrict myself to only 2 flashbacks. After that, if I happen to retire, then I retire. So, I need to be really careful right now. Having said that, I'm still pushing quite hard. The best way to know when it's time to swap to from dries to inters is when the DRS is disabled. Now, you would hope that the stewards would disable DRS when you're close to the pits. That way you can immediately react, put on the inters the moment when it's necessary. So let's switch that next tyres to inters there. Ooh. Struggling a tiny bit there to get the car slowed down. Did I see a bit of lightning there? Thought I did.
Pulling out a second a lap on the car behind.
That's encouraging. We're on lap 5 now. Everything's been going well so far. Still got a long way to go though. Almost 3 seconds clear of Vettel. I'm hoping his soft tyres are starting to go off right now.
Vettel behind. The gap behind us is 2.8 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 4 laps old. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time last lap was a 1:45.9.
My mistake from last time there. Made sure to slow down a bit earlier. So far right now, the rain isn't affecting the track too much. I'm able to push a little bit, but obviously that's going to change as the rain continues to fall. Oh, my day's so close to hitting the wall there. I have to be a bit more careful going through that.
The situation is an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got right now.
Roger that.
Okay, the gap behind is 4.1 seconds.
We're on lap 7 now. A couple cars have dived into the pits. Probably going to cause a whole lot of chaos.
MFD for a new strategy option.
Ran wide there.
The gap to the car behind is 6.5 seconds. Copy that.
Yeah, going to box us to that. Might as well. DRS disabled. This car's felt pretty good in these conditions.
Heavy rain in around 15 minutes time. 15 minutes.
Roger that. Oh, I'm gonna hit the wall.
Okay, box.
Just as I say that, I go and hit the wall. That's my one flashback. Got one more. This looks like a good opportunity for me to
Box this lap, please.
Oh my days! Oh, that was so close. Looks like this is a good opportunity, as I was saying, to close the gap on Hamilton, but I need to make sure I don't actually hit anything. Or a tyre.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Yeah, you definitely need to take me this lap because I'm really struggling. Vettel comes into the pits as well.
Go, go, go.
That was a bit long.
We'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in our strategy.
Okay. Car's starting to skid around a bit more. Oh. Oh.
Okay, box, box, box.
My final flashback. Here's the final one. Have to stay away from the curbs. Oh my days. Vettel's starting to close in the gap on me, which is to be expected, to be honest. I'm lap 11 right now. Vettel's caught up right behind me. I just don't have the grip that the AI have right now. The AI is unbelievably quick in these conditions, and it's only going to get better for them when it gets to heavy rain and wet conditions. There's 20 laps to go. I have no idea how I'm supposed to keep. Actually, Vettel might have me hit it. Oh! Just can't get the car so down. There goes Vettel. My main goal right now, because I'm struggling, is to just stay ahead of Hamilton right now. Oh, wow. During the earlier stages of this race, I was just flying, but now can't really do much.
I know these conditions look pretty terrible, but that water is draining away. I think the intermediate is going to stay the tyre of choice for a while yet.
Okay. Got Bottas and Leclerc behind me. I'm going to be easy pickings for them once they catch up to me.
Heavy rain arriving within 5 minutes' time.
Heavy rain, oh great. This is going to make things even more worse for me now. I would have used 2 of my flashbacks. It's really a struggle right now, it really is. Vettel's disappearing. Lap 13 now. Got the fastest lap of the race, and I'll probably keep that, so that's a point. That's supposed to be mine. Look at the acceleration. That's crazy.
Our gap behind is 1.8 seconds.
Bit of a tap there from Bottas to move me out of the way. Nothing I can do against the AI, to be honest, right now. Just don't want to lose too much time fighting these guys and allow Hamilton to catch up to me more than he already is right now. Leclerc's going to pass me pretty quickly. Tale of two halves, to be honest, this race. While we were on the dries, I was just flying, but now I'm really struggling. Here comes Leclerc. Just like with Bottas, I'm not going to fight him. This is actually quite frustrating. I know I have the pace to challenge Vettel and Bottas for the win, but I just can't get a good feel of the car in these conditions right now. Plus, it's going to be even worse with the rain.
Gap to teammate behind is 17.8 seconds.
Surprised Leclerc hasn't passed me yet. To be honest, right now, I'm just wishing this race is over, to be honest. I'm not enjoying this at all. Oh, ran so wide. Here we go, Leclerc. Just going to pass me.
Okay, keep on him. He might make a mistake.
No, I'm making all the mistakes right now. There is just unbelievably good.
Hamilton is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 16.2 seconds. They're on old Inters. Their tyres are 7 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 59.8.
1 minute 59.8. What's my time going to be? Hamilton's got a queue of cars behind him. Looks like Bottas is catching up to Vettel.
Tyre data is looking positive so far. We think there's plenty of life left in these for the moment.
Jeff, shut up.
Repeat that. There's interference.
Shut up, Jeff.
Understood. Copy that.
That's the best thing you can do for me right now. 2 minutes and 1 second. Yeah, that's not a good time at all. Terrible time.
In around 2 laps, and we'll be putting you on the intermediate tyres.
We're on that 17 right now. I've been struggling quite a bit. The way things are going right now, I expect Hamilton and my teammate who's just behind him to catch up to me at some point. I'm so slow. Almost 10 seconds behind. Leclerc in 3rd place. And the close quite up to the back of Vettel and Bottas. Driver in front.
Leclerc ahead. Gap to car in front is 9.9 seconds. They're on old inters. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:57.9. We're 2.5 seconds slower.
I'm surprised I'm not more than that. Weather forecast.
Couldn't receive that. Repeat the message.
Okay.
15 minutes till we see this heavy rain ease up into light rain. Inters seem like the fastest tyre for now.
2 minutes and 2 seconds. My lap time. And that's, to be honest, the best I can do right now. .5 gap between me and Hamilton. So it's about half a second each lap. Let's see.
Hamilton behind. The gap behind us is 13.5 seconds. They're on old inters. Their tyres are 11 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 2:1.0.
Yeah, he's in the 2 minutes now as well, so it's not too bad for me in terms of comparison to Lewis, but in comparison to the guys ahead, they're miles ahead. How things can change in the dry. I was pulling away from everyone now. Can't even keep my car in a straight line for more than 2 seconds.
Tyre situation is an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got right now.
Okay, whoa. I was going a bit too far there.
The gap to the car behind is 11.6 seconds. We're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
And that's not going to happen. 19 laps gone. 12 laps left to go.
Pierre is in the pits.
Whoa, back end. How worn out are these tyres? 37% rear right.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Whoa.
Copy that.
Wet tyres you want to put on. Okay, interesting. That'll be interesting. Whoa.
It might be worth thinking about putting a set of full wets on. We've seen a few people change over.
Oh really? Who? Let's have a look. Who's on the wet tyres? Hamilton, Gasly, Kvyat, George Russell, Stroll, and Roman. Weather report.
This heavy rain will last another 10 minutes before we see it transition over to light rain. Inters and wets will probably have similar pace at the moment.
Inters and wets will have similar pace. Okay. If that's the case, I'm totally going by what my engineer just said here. I'm gonna go inters. If they're gonna be the same pace, and particularly with the heavy rain gonna stop soon, I might as well go on inters again. Not too sure how that's gonna go, but let's see.
Release, release.
Taking rather a big gamble here, but you never know. Another 10 minutes, so it's almost 2 minutes per lap. Well, I'm doing 2 minutes per lap anyway. So
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
that's like what, 5 laps, and it should be light rain. So let's see. Whoa. And a car on the inters. Oh, I almost hit the wall there. Just under
Leclerc has the lead.
Just under 10 seconds now. Just under 10 seconds clear of Hamilton. Soon I'm going to be able to see him. We're on lap 24 right now. Lewis Hamilton's catching up pretty quickly. Everyone else is on the wets. I'm on the inters. Kind of hoping we are supposed to be having some light rain, which I believe is starting to happen now. So I'm hoping that this will help my inters and make the track worse for everyone who's on the wets right now. That's my only hope, staying ahead of Hamilton right now, because I'm struggling ever since it started to rain. Oh, I had to hit the brakes. Otherwise it's going to spin there.
It's hard to say if inters or wets are better right now.
Okay, that's at least something, but oh my days. Obviously for the AI right now, any tyre's better than what I've got. Look how easy it is for the AI though. They've got so much control, no issues with traction or the back end, nothing. During that twisty section I was able to pull out a bit of a gap to Hamilton. Oh my days. This isn't racing, man. This feels like I'm on an ice rink. I've got 2 goals right now. 1, finish ahead of Lewis. 2, finish ahead of my teammate. And both of them are right behind me right now. Tyre status.
There's static over the radio. Say again.
Oh my days.
Alright, consensus in the garage is that it's probably about time for the slick tyre now. It will be
What?
slippery, but it will probably be quicker.
Wait a minute, what? Hold on, wait a minute. I'm so shell-shocked right now, I can't even speak English properly. Did he just say slick tyres? I must not be understanding the English language properly, because I'm sure my engineer just said slick tyres. He needs to be fired immediately. It's clearly a wet track and he wants me to go on dry tyres. Are you insane? Granted, That's like music to my ears, but still. Madness. Look at this guy. Look how quick he's going. Oh my days.
I think we're still on the right tyres for the time being.
You could have told me. You just told me going to the slicks. What the hell's the matter with you? Craziness. Hold on. I'm going to try and allow him to explain himself.
We're still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment.
No, that's not what you said before. That's not what you said. Weather report.
Say that again. We're having trouble receiving.
Oh my goodness. Weather report.
You're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes, inters and wets will probably have similar pace at the moment. The gap to the car ahead is 23.7 seconds.
Inters and wets have about the same... Okay. But at the same time, I'm sure that guy just said slicks. Oh my days.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
5 laps. Can I last 5 laps holding off Lewis? We have to go to the outside, Lewis. I've got a train behind me, but I'm not too bothered about that. Furthermore, I do have a dry setup on, so that's probably compounding the issue I have.
Vettel's the race leader.
Sebastian Vettel's leading. Don't hit the wall, don't hit the wall. Oh my goodness.
The radar's showing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this rain.
No, you don't, Lewis. No, you don't. I basically stopped in the middle of the road there to make sure I got ahead of Lewis. Oh, and actually helped my teammate get ahead of Lewis as well. But that worked. Five laps left to go. Come on. Really a tale of two halves, this race. The first 3 laps was like heaven for me. Pulling away from everyone. No one could handle my speed now. Whoa! Now I'm getting absolutely destroyed by everyone. Oh, am I even gonna make the corner? Gonna hit the wall. Oh, that's bad.
Your front wing is damaged. Expect a lot of understeer unless we replace it. A new strategy is available on the
That's
MFD.
annoying. That's really annoying. Got no more flashbacks to use. Oh, boy. Well.
Understood. Copy that.
That's game over. Teammates ahead of me. And just 4 laps left to go as well.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Look at the acceleration my teammate got. Oh, going forward again. I might as well stay out, to be honest. No point pitting. I'll lose way too much time. No guarantee I'm going to have the speed necessary to catch up and pass people, because I don't have any speed to begin with. Oh, really? Really? That's the understeer. Car's not turning properly. I feel like I'm gonna retire before I even finish this race, to be honest, right now. I think I know what the how I could. Nope, not even gonna make it. I think I know why I can describe this this race as complete and utter disaster. No other way to describe it. Crazy with Raikkonen, barely touched him. Got damage to the right side of the front wing and left side of the front wing. I'm about to be overtaken by Alfa Romeo. Oh my goodness. Am I even going to make the corner? Barely.
Speeding up again, so I expect they fixed whatever the problem was.
I'm guessing he's talking about Leclerc, but to be honest, I don't really care. Oh, what a horrible race it's been for me. Oh no, can't brake. Yeah. Oh wow. That didn't work at all. Oh, right. You...
Engine off, engine off.
That's unbelievable. Wow, that was unbelievable there. No flashback, no flashback. Already said I don't have any more flashbacks. Retire from session. That's, that was not good. First retirement of the season. Yeah, definitely pull the visor down, definitely. Definitely disappointed in that.
Here's our winner, pulling their Ferrari into Parc
Vettel.
Fermé. What a fantastic race it was. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, they clearly have a car that comes alive in the kind of conditions we were dealing with today. It's a very balanced package in the wet, and what that means is that the drivers have confidence to attack. And having that confidence gets you on the power earlier, it lets you brake later, and can put you a long way up the road.
Ferrari are at it again, an excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there. So let's review the updated drivers' standings. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Well, there's no question in my mind, it has to go to George Russell. What a performance. He's got every right to be proud of what he accomplished out there today.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. The current championship leaders still hold top spot, but that gap is getting smaller. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
And that's the end of this video. I'd like to thank everyone who's watched. Really do appreciate it. If you want to keep up to date with my latest information, please follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Discord. Links are free as usual are in the description box down below. Aside from that, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you all have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow for my next video. Laters.